Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Merkon's Musings, a Star Wars action figure review. And today we're looking at, you guessed it, none other than the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back radar laser cannon toy from Kenner. And this toy has many different iterations of it that existed throughout all the different toy lines during Kenner's production and beyond. So before we get into the review, I'm going to give you a little history about the weapon. Manufactured by Atgar Space Defense Corporation, the 1.4 FDP Tower was a light anti-vehicle fixed emplacement artillery weapon. It was designed to target a variety of enemy vehicles, including repulsor tanks and land speeders. The Rebel Alliance utilized P-Towers to defend Echo Base on the planet Hoth, as well as the defense of other major bases. The P-Towers' contribution to the defense of Echo Base on Hoth was crucial by allowing the Alliance troops to delay the Imperial advance long enough to carry out the evacuation of the base. I always liked in the film when they show them firing, and they kind of did it on these two here. If you look, they give it like a shininess, and the weapon would power up and you'd see these things glow, and then it would shoot the beam out, which I really thought was awesome. And I'm going to get into the review now. So the earliest version is this one from 1980. It came with the playset Hoth Ice Planet, and it included this version of the radar laser cannon. And by the way, I love this playset. It had a cardboard AT-AT on the backdrop, and it had the Land of the Jawas that was molded in white to hold the AT-AT up. And it had an elevator that you could put the figures up and down into the AT-AT, and it came with this weapon, which is kind of neat, and which gave it a little bit more play feature. But as you can see, it's woefully out of scale. This is very tiny. This toy, and this is, of course, the Rebel soldier that would man it. This toy isn't nearly that good because it has very little articulation. So the cannon, the radar dish can move up and down. It has this so you can aim it different ways, but it has these fake tracks, so it really doesn't roll. But I mean, obviously you can make it roll. It was okay for the time. It came along with that playset, which made it cool, gave it a little play feature that those early playsets needed, especially the ones with just a cardboard backdrop. But yeah, it's definitely a really cool one. I wouldn't say it's a definitive one. Obviously, it's pretty basic. It's bare minimum, and it's not scaled correctly. But I just had to show you this one because this is the one that starts it all. So I'm going to remove this. This is the next one, which is the one from 1982. This was considered a mini rig, part of the mini rig collection. And let's take a look at the box. So before I get into the actual review, so as you can see, it's got a great image of two Rebel troopers ready to defend the base. And as you can see, it says action figures sold separately, contents, one cannon with blow apart feature. This is what's really cool about this thing. I'll get to that in a minute. And then as you can see, it shows you the blow apart feature here, and it shows push the remote button to create the battle damage to your radar laser cannon. On the back, it's an advertisement of some more mini rigs that go along with this. So you have the tripod laser cannon, which I did a video about, and you have this one, which you're doing now, and there's also the vehicle maintenance energizer, which I don't have yet, but I will do a video on that one. And this one shows you how you can use the radar laser cannon. It clicks when it's turned side to side. So that's the old vintage Star Wars way of making the laser sounds. You turn it to make it click, 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 mean firing. And then the head can swivel up and down. And on the bottom, you have the proof of purchase and a recreation of the cover photo. So yeah, this is a really awesome thing. Oh, and on the top, it's just a solo image of the radar cannon. So what's really neat about this, as you can see, here's the button that will blow it up, and you can have your Rebel trooper manning it. And as it said before, it makes a clicking noise when you rotate it, so that would simulate it firing. And then the coolest feature is the destruction button. So when you hit this button falls apart. And that will simulate the destruction of the laser cannon, like in the film where you see a couple of them get blown apart. The next one we have is from Power of the Force 2, and this one is actually pretty cool. It's more correct scale to the actual artillery piece in the films. It comes with a Rebel Trooper, typical Power of the Force 2, 5 points of articulation. Your arms move up and down, and your legs move up and down, and then you have the head. Oh, 6 points, and you have the waist here. Sorry, I see that now. So you have the waist, so 6 points of articulation. Doesn't come with a gun. He just goes with the cannon. And this cannon has a different feature. You can fire this missile that comes out, if I can hit the button, and yeah, like that. So that's another play feature it has, and it also has a exploding feature, not as cool as the Kenner one, but it explodes nonetheless, which is kind of neat. So yeah, that's the one from the Power of the Force 2, which came out in 1997. And lastly, there is a final one, which I don't have because it came in a playset that was called The Defense of Hoth. It came out in 2010. And this is an all-new version of the anti-vehicle cannon. It's similar to this, but slightly bigger, which is probably more screen accurate. And it comes with a missile just like this one that we saw fire. And it also has an energy pack that has a hose that leads to the cannon, which is screen accurate. And it has more of these wonderful reflective stickers on it, and it looks much more screen accurate, and it's pretty cool. So you have the same type of feature as this one with the firing missile, although on that one is red. It looks terrible. They should have just molded it the same color as the radar dish. And it also can turn, but it doesn't have an exploding feature. And it's definitely better than this one, and it's more screen accurate. So for that reason, I would say that that is the definitive version of this weapon. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please hit like and subscribe and watch the channel because there's many more videos to come. Thank you for watching.